Hello and welcome to Kuala Lumpur's Central Station, or KL Central Station as I'll call it from now on. And here bright and early, about 6:45 in the morning. I got in here last night on my journey from Johor Bahru up to KL. See that journey in another video if you're interested, but no rest for the wicked, because I'm straight off this morning on another rail journey all the way up to Butterworth and then across to Georgetown, where I'm staying for a couple of nights. So after this journey, a bit of a rest for me, because it's been about 3 days of full travelling, or 3 full days of travelling, and so a rest will be good. But this journey is going to be good. I believe the trip up to Butterworth is really quite something. It's been featured on TV programmes and all of that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it's all about, see if it lives up to the hype. And the great thing is there's 2 classes on this train. The normal, like I came up on yesterday, and what they call business class, which I'm actually on today. So that's going to be very interesting. And as part of that, you get access to a lounge even, where you can get a coffee and some snacks and bits and sit in a comfortable chair for a while. That's called the Ruby Lounge, but the thing is you can only access it an hour prior to departure. I'm about 15 minutes, 20 minutes ahead of that currently. So what I'm going to do is just have a little wander around the station until it gets to about 7:05, because my departure time is 8:05. All you do is you just come along just a few yards or meters to the escalator here. You just come up the escalator just a few yards, as I say, from the departure gate bit there. You come up here, turn left and then left again, and you're there. So it's only a few yards or meters away really from where you've got to go. And then yeah, it's just down there. It's all a bit subtle though, and doesn't look like you're going into anywhere particularly luxurious, but they tend to do that with these lounges, tuck them away in sort of unassuming areas, shall we say. It's not too long before I can go in there now, so just have a final little look around. This station is huge on lots of different levels, so if you're new to this place and you've got a connection, or you've got a train to catch, or you get in the MRT out to the airport, I'd advise you to get here well ahead of time, just so you can find your way around. And here we are. You know you're definitely in the right place with those signs there, and you just go through into there. So I'm in the business class lounge now here at KL Central Station, and let's just have a quick look. Quite a lot of seating, and like I say, you can't come in here until an hour before departure. And I thought there was going to be a few nibbles on hand, but looks like it's just drinks, but that's okay. I do need a coffee. Yeah, so this is a very convivial place to spend just under an hour of my time until departure. So I'm looking forward to enjoying this lounge experience and then getting on with the rail journey in business class. It's a really nice experience, and especially when I tell you how much I paid for it, which I'll do at the end of the video after the journey's complete. But I think it will surprise you, especially as it's fairly long journey, 4 hours on the train, so I'm guessing that equates to a good sort of 200 or 300 miles, and so that will really surprise you, I think, when I tell you the price of what I paid on this journey. So in the meantime, I'm going to have this coffee. One thing I would say about the Malaysian railway coffee, or the ones I've had so far, is they all come ready sweetened, which isn't to my taste. I like it unsweetened, just nice, hot, strong coffee. But if that's all you can get, that is what I will go with. Ride up to Butterworth, so coach A is what I want and coach A is where I'm headed. So presumably right up at the front of the train, looks like it, and coach A is the business class one, so I'm in seat 4A. So this is me, seat 4A. Seat 4A, I am here, and that's my little home for the next 4 hours. Looks comfortable enough. So at this point I lost the sound, but we departed KL Central dead on time, 8:05, and touring around the seat, we've got this flip out footrest, lots of legroom as well, compartments arranged in a 2-1 configuration, as you can see, and on the seat back itself you've got this little pocket up the top here, very tiny, got no idea what you can get in there, but you've also got a useful coat hook there. Moving down the seat, you've got a generous sized seat back pocket. I've got quite a lot of stuff in there, as you can see, and it all went in there quite nicely indeed. And a couple of more coat hooks up the top here as well, and above those is a reading light which you can use if it's dark, and also what you also got is a socket with 2 USBs as well, so you can charge up multiple devices if you want to. A generous sized table for your meals, quite sturdy as well that was, and this is the first meal service coming, which had 1 or 2 surprises actually. Nice cup of coffee there, no sugar in that one. The sandwich was like a cucumber and soft cheese, very nice, just what I needed actually. This was the first thing I'd eaten on that day, so very, very nice indeed. And then moving on from there to this mystery box. This is surprising actually, really nice, the logo there, and inside you've got a little carton of mango juice, a small packet of peanuts, and then the surprising thing is you actually get a really good high quality set of earbuds there, as you can see. Work really well, they're great they are. Business class train service from Kuala Lumpur Central Station up to Butterworth. About a 4-hour journey, just under halfway through that right now. It's roughly 9:50, departed at 8:05 a.m. Dead on time these Malaysian trains are, from my experience so far with them on their departure times. Absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit noisy, don't know how much you're picking up on this through the microphone, so probably won't do too much more recording here. Also it's a bit difficult speaking from the seat as well, so probably the rest of this video I'll be voicing over, but as far as the experience is concerned, absolutely fantastic. Welcome to Butterworth station. Here we are after a 4-hour train journey from KL Central, and what a fabulous train journey that was. It really was something special. Really enjoyed it, and more on that later, but let me just show you a couple of things here at Butterworth station before I get on my way to complete this journey today. So on this side of the platform, this is the train I came on. So there we go, it's the KTM mini bullet train, I think they're called, because it's a narrow gauge train. As you can probably tell, it's not nearly as wide, and neither are the tracks as they are in the UK and other parts of the world, but a very effective train nonetheless. But on the other side of the platform, I've come across this, the Eastern and Oriental Express. I have heard there is a service, very expensive, which can take you, I think it's all the way from Johor Bahru or even Singapore, all the way up to Bangkok in Thailand, of course, and it costs about $5 grand, I think. That's the only slight drawback. But yeah, what a treat it is to see this Eastern and Oriental Express as well, especially if you're into your trains. This is probably something quite unusual and unexpected for you. So as we make our way to the exit, let's just go all the way down here, and there seems to be an open bit at the end here that might be quite interesting to look at. Oh, look at this, you can actually sit in an open air bit here. All very plush and posh there, isn't it? Right at the back of the train. You could, if you want to, just sit there and look out as you roll along the far eastern countryside there. Although it won't be air conditioned, of course. So there you go, that's the back of the Eastern Oriental Express. So just a little bit extra to add on to this video for you. Anyway, that's enough of this station. I've got to get on because I've got to get myself across to Georgetown on the ferry, and then from there I've got to go and find my hotel somewhere. So yeah, just heading out of the station here at Butterworth now, making my way to the ferry terminal, which is all signposted very nicely here. So just going to follow the signs and the walkway, and hopefully I'll find my way to the ferry port. So this section of the journey reminds me of when I was in Singapore making my way to Johor Bahru. Don't really know what I'm doing here, where to get tickets for the ferry or anything like that, or where I'm going on the other side. So it's another one of those play it by ear, hope for the best scenarios, but don't think it's going to be as complicated as that one the other day. So we'll just carry on down here and see what we find. But watching other people's videos, it's just a bit of a walk, or a short walk to the ferry terminal, and then I'm not sure how long the crossing is, maybe 15-20 minutes, and then well, I could walk the other end, but it's half an hour, the map thing saying, but there might be either a train or a bus the other side I can get. So to get to the street I need to be on for my hotel. So just going to go along here, walk along there, and see what I can find, really. But yeah, that train journey was absolutely superb. But I'll wrap things up when I get into my hotel room on that. So yeah, just sit back and enjoy the rest of the video with me. Ferry crossing, that should be interesting as well, across to Penang from the mainland here. Yeah, so it's just a question of follow the crowd up here. Hopefully they all know where they're going better than I do. So yeah, looks like it's heading in the right direction anyway. There we go, ferry terminal this way. So it's looking good, looking hopeful. So I just had to walk up a great long thing there, get up to the top level here, just to drop down the other side. But it looks like I've got to go across here to the ferry terminal. That's interesting. I think this is the kind of thing we can expect in Georgetown. There's supposed to be a lot of this wall art over there, but that's what we're going to be finding in coming days. So yeah, what I've got to concentrate on now is the ferry, really, I suppose. I've got to find somewhere where we can get a ticket and then go from there. It says information counter down there. Hopefully that is tickets as well, with a bit of luck. Luckily that point was the ticket office as well as just an information point. So I got my ticket, one-way ticket across to Penang on the Penang ferry. That's all good, got through the barrier, and the next ferry is at 1. It's about 10 to 1 now, so I've just got to wait in a queue here for the ferry, and then hopefully we'll be boarding in 5 to 10 minutes time and get across to Penang and Georgetown, which is very exciting. The ticket cost was a huge amount, 2 ringgit, which is probably about 35, 40p, something like that for a one-way trip. It's very, very cheap, isn't it? But anyway, looking forward to getting on the ferry, and then I'll give you a bit of footage of the crossing. Yeah, all the motorbikes. Just like the start of the TT here. So, welcome to Georgetown and Penang. As you saw there, you can take your motorbike on there, but no cars, and obviously foot passengers like me as well. No cars or no lorries though, they must come across some other way. So it took about 10-15 minutes. That is most of the travelling done. All I've got to do now is find my way to the hotel. I was hoping to walk it, a 10-minute walk, but as usual, story of my life so far here in Malaysia. It turns out the hotel was a bit more of a walk away than that, so I might have to get a bus or a train, whatever's available over here. But I'm going to get to the exit point of the port here and then do a bit of research and see where I'm going. So yeah, again, wish me luck. So luckily just outside the ferry terminal is this bus station, so that may well come in handy. What I'm going to do is see the exact address of my hotel, or at least the road it's in, and then go and ask at the information counter what bus to get and get a ticket and get on the bus, I guess. So that will probably be my best bet. So, with that bus that you saw me on at the end of the video, well, have a guess how much that was. I thought I was doing well when the ferry for a single trip across the water there cost me just over 35p. I thought that was brilliant. How can they improve on that? But the bus ride from the ferry terminal into basically the middle town, okay, it's not very far, but it cost me the huge amount of nothing. It's actually a free bus, so it's called the CAT bus. As you come out the ferry terminal, you go not into the bus terminal itself, just out onto the street, and then you'll see a bus stop there, hopefully with the CAT bus or a couple of them even, as there were for me today, sitting there. So just jump on it. I think the only drawback is they can take a roundabout route sometimes, and it can take a long time. But hey, you know, it's free, so you've got to have some compromises. So that's the costs there. So let's get on to the cost of that business class train ride all the way up from Kuala Lumpur to Butterworth. Now bear in mind that the distance there is 220 miles or 350 kilometres. So we're talking about the same kind of distance as London to Manchester. And then you sort of consider that you've got access to the business class lounge, first of all, at KL Central, where you can have as much coffee as you like. And then you get on board and you've got a nice seat with all sorts of amenities around you. The seats recline quite a lot back, quite a long way back. You also got a footrest. Then you've got one snack which comes out to you early on in the trip, which consists of sandwiches, a snack box, with peanuts and everything, as I've said before. And then even more amazingly, you get a meal that comes out, rice and other treats in there, and altogether it's a really nice experience. Plus you've got some great scenery to look at as you go on the journey thrown in as well. So guess how much that cost. So if I asked you for £100 for all of that, I'm sure you'd be delighted, wouldn't you? You would bite my arm off, and you know for sure, don't you, that if I was selling tickets for a one-way journey of that length with that amount of quality, I could ask £100 all day long, and I'd have people queuing down the street and round the corner. But I think you might be surprised if I'm not asking you for £100. I'm not even asking you for £50. And if I was asking you for £50, you'd probably think I'd lost my mind. How can anyone make any money for a journey like that for £50? But like I say, I'm not even going to charge you £50. How about £32? If I said £32 for all of that, one way, Kuala Lumpur to Butterworth, and all of that journey, 220 plus miles, I think, well, I don't know about you, but I think that is absolutely amazing value. So yeah, if you're in the vicinity and you can do the journey from Kuala Lumpur up to Butterworth, just get on that train and do it. You really can't go wrong for £32, can you? And it's a lot cheaper than flying. It's a lot more relaxing than driving, I would have thought. So yeah, I can't sort of recommend it highly enough. So that's been another Baldy Thames Reviews. Thanks for watching.